Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful, freezing cold, snowy, warm, rainy day in Northeast Ohio?
Bipolar.
Did we hit everything?
I don't see sunshine, so yeah, we didn't need to mention that.
And hey, real quick, I know you guys keep giving me grief about the old Christmas lights up here. Guys, do you see the piles of snow still in the front yard? These were buried under another pile that was just as big as that, and we're kind of going through the melting off process, and now you get to see all the mess and everything. So my Christmas lights, even my poor snowman up there, he's frozen to the ground, okay? And I'm not exactly too keen on putting a ladder on ice and 2-3 foot of snow and climbing up, you know, 15-20 feet in the air to get those down. It's just not that important to me at the time. So
we're good. Cut me some slack, guys. Just a little bit of slack.
So we have to get the 22 back, and long story short, a little miscommunication. We could have got it back yesterday, but like we showed you in yesterday's video, we're in Hattiesburg at the Kohler plant. Great big thank you to Kohler once again for that. That was awesome. Thank you guys for all the nice comments as well. But the 22 is done. They left us a voicemail yesterday, but Tisha didn't realize the voicemail was full and didn't go through it. And then she got back to me yesterday and she said, hey, there was this missed call from this number. So then I looked it up real quick and it was from Sharshoni. Yes. But we don't know what's wrong with it just yet or what they had to fix, but we do know it's done and it's ready to be picked up. So let's hop into the video. All right, pulling up here, we got to get the 16 unloaded from the storage units. And yeah, then we're gonna go get that 22 and see what the dealio is with it. So it says front wheel stop here. We're gonna be a little heavier because we got the plow. All right, so I got like this little bar down there, if you see it in my bottom mirror. You just kind of back your tires up to it. All right, so new game plan. You live and you learn. Dump fees are not cheap. And so I think we're gonna designate one of those small units, maybe like one of the 6x6s, to just trash for a while. And then once we fill it up, we'll bring it all at once, maybe with another unit and contents, because one truckload, guys, is well over $100. I mean, like well over. So we definitely have to make sure if we're coming to the dump, we make it
worth
our while. Yeah. Oh God Almighty! That's some heavy wood.
Yeah. You know, I think the chickens would like one of those to perch up on.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Watch out for that ice.
Grab that other one over here. You know what's funny is a bunch of people saw the videos. They're like, man, I'd love to have that, and I'd love to have that. I said, come and get it. Nobody showed up to get it though. That's the funny part. I'm not holding on to it.
You know how expensive that wood is right now?
Right. It goes $100 grand.
Stuck on that window.
Yeah. Now this window's no joke, TQ. You want to help me get it up and over there? I don't think it broke. job. Here's a nail. Good?
Yeah. That up on the spot.
Okay. So yeah, a truck bed is in between like 130 and 140 bucks. And then a dump trailer, what do you say, 300? $300 to dump a dump trailer here. Insane. So if we clean any more units out and stuff, if it's not anything huge, we're gonna kind of store it in one of those 6x6s and then bring it as we need to once we really have a big load. So
What they say, there's like a 3-ton minimum?
Yeah, 3-ton minimum here. Now there are other facilities. I might have to call around to those and see what their rates are, because there's no way all these dump services in our area that are doing the trailers and stuff, you know, there's no way they're paying 300 bucks.
Yeah.
Because I see most of their services are like $250 and stuff like that. Do I gotta go back?
No, you don't. You just go on the outside.
So we'll be right back. So I had to phone over to Tisha and say, hey, gotta get this voicemail cleaned up. So Tisha is currently going through about 160 voicemails and emptying it. So if you guys ever want to know how many voicemails you need to fill up a voicemail box, about 160 through Verizon. So that'll do it. And most of those were just simply from those 2 huge snowstorm events we had. Customers calling that, you know, we just couldn't service. It was just overwhelming, but everybody was looking for snow removal. And yeah, filled the voicemail box up.
It did. But long story short, or short story long, we gotta go get something.
All right, pulling up here to Shoshoni's. They're pretty busy today, so I'm gonna leave the car running TQ. I don't see the truck, so if you need to, move your car out of their way.
Okay, will do.
Phenomenal service, guys. They're down here in little old, I guess, little Waynesburg, I believe this is. Very big dealership, big Ford dealership, just in a small little city here. I'm trying to get my electronics back to where I was. All right, guys, so TQ had to run, but I had to help her with some stuff real quick. So let's dive into the 2022 and what exactly was wrong with it. So I figured it would just be easier to show you. So give me 1 second here. It's getting a nice little clean washing job here by old Mother Nature. Try not to break my neck here. So first and foremost, you'll see nothing's here now. No little wrench symbol, anything like that. And when I turn the key off and take it out, it shuts off as it should. So let's pop the hood here and I'll show you what they had to replace. They actually did have to replace them. So, oh man, I might have some gravel in the yard. This stuff is slick. All right, so what did we have to fix? So first and foremost, you might notice this truck doesn't look like your truck, or maybe it does, possibly. Go ahead and cover that back up if I can, though. So our truck has 2 alternators and 2 batteries, okay? If you can see them right there, they're dual stacked. So this truck being a plow truck, it has a lot of electrical, okay? And over here's the second battery. But the issue and why it would not start is right down here. So down here is our fuse box. That the fuse box will actually come open, okay? And not close back up. So if any kind of water gets up in there, as you guys know, water and electrical is not good. You even throw in some salt. It is a salt truck, plow truck, whatever you want to call it. It's a work truck. You mix all that together, it can start making electrical do crazy things. Hence why when I took the key, turned it off, shut it off, the engine kept running. It was not allowing it to basically receive that, hey, shut yourself off, because moisture was getting up inside of that fuse box down here, okay? So what they actually had to do is take all this out, and get down here and replace the box with a new one that Ford has released. I have the paperwork as well showing all that. I might end up showing that once I get in the house here to you guys. But that was the issue. Simply, it was telling it that it had powertrain issues. It wouldn't allow the engine to shut off. It even threw a few other little codes and stuff. But, you know, when you're dealing with trucks like this that have a ton of electrical, you know, that can be a problem. So that's what caused it, guys. They fixed it very quickly. Simply, we could have had it back same day probably, or yesterday, but we were out of town. And that's what it was. The fuse box was getting moisture inside of it. All right, guys, so all the snow's melting, and now everything's starting to flood. There's probably 3 to 4 inches of water just in my backyard. Look at this. It's insane. So we have it, the backyard's tapered this way, and then it comes off the hill this way. So there's almost like a valley through here where all this will run. So this whole thing here is just gonna completely fill up with water, but it keeps it away from the house. And we have another snow event coming. So anyways, this will run right on out and then down on around. And at least that's the way we designed it. But I mean, we've literally went from probably 2.5 feet of snow in this backyard to no snow in some spots. And then some of these other spots here, there's probably now, I'd probably say 6 to 10 inches in certain spots. I'm just out here in the shed working on a little bit of stuff. I guess I'll fill you guys in with a second, but this is the chickens run area. You guys haven't seen grass in a while, huh? All right, that's what I'm saying. But up here, there's still probably close to a foot in this area. So a lot of snow. A lot of this hasn't even been. Oh, it's so sloppy. This stuff is like perfect snowball weather. It's got so much moisture in it. It's melting. Whew. It's busting my butt. So I'll bring you guys back in here and kind of fill you in with what I'm doing. So on this beautiful rainy day in Ohio, still being productive, and something that I've been meaning to do and just not had the time to do was kind of go through our inventory, see how much 2-cycle we have left, our oldest trimmers, our oldest edgers, our oldest blowers, going from top to bottom, basically through the entire inventory list. I mean, you name it, I'm kind of going through it, and then just documenting it down over here and saying, hey, this is what's on the chopping block. And I haven't discussed this with TQ yet. She might be a little upset with me, but it's time for a mower to go. And simply it's hit its time period with us for us to maximize its value from when we originally purchased it. And that is TQ's original grandstand, the Toro grandstand. So going through everything we have here, that one, it is time for it to go. Now, are we going to replace it with something? Are we going to just sell it, take the cash, reinvest it? Probably a little bit of all of the above. So TQ, as of you're watching this right now, she's not going to be home. She's going to be heading to soccer with Sean Boy. She'll probably learn about this when she watches the video. We're selling your grandstand, TQ. So we'll get back here and I'll show you. So these are both 2021 Toro Multi-Forces, and this is TQ's Toro grandstand. This is an 18. So this year would technically be its 4th year. We've had it 3 years. Been a phenomenal mower and great to us. So what we're gonna do is I'll probably actually take it to Schlabach's. It's just easier with the paperwork and stuff for the business. I'm just gonna put it up for sale, and Ruben will make me a fair offer on it, and then we'll go from there. I will take the things off of it that will transition potentially to the next mower, like our quick shoots. Those things, you know, they're not cheap. They're $300-400 bucks. Maybe possibly even the trimmer holder. We have the bucket holder on here. These just a bunch of different accessories that we've bought for this mower. And yeah, it's just simply, it's at that time period where, you know, going through and just being the smartest. We're going to get the best value back out of the mower and be able to reinvest that into new equipment. So I guess you guys will have to wait on that to see what we're gonna get. And if we can get it, I will say it like that as well. Another piece of equipment that is on the chopping block is back here as well. And that is our Toro Stage 1 Power Clear. So this thing is now 5 years old, 4 years old. Can't remember what the paperwork said, 4 or 5 years old. And it's time to just basically sell it off. So this is gonna be going bye-bye as well. That'll be fun once we get that out there. I actually have to take that in. I totally forgot. We're gonna get some work done on it. So 6,000 was a potential, but we just used this mower so much in early spring and fall cleanups along with the Laser Z. We use that as well. So looking at all of the mowers we have and the jobs that they do for us, the Toro Multi-Forces are like our year-round mowers now. And then we have like the bagger and the Laser Z to get us through fall mulching jobs that we need to do. And yeah, so they each have their purpose. It's just really what's coming up on the timeline that we like to trade them back in to get maximum value. And that's that. So trimmers are actually really good. We do have one older one, the third one in. It could potentially be time to replace that one. But as of right now, we're still pretty good with trimmers. We have 3 good solid trimmers, all within the last couple years. So we at least will get one more really good year out of our trimmers before we decide to trade them in as well. Both BR 800s were purchased last year, so they're both good. We do have a hedge trimmer as well that's probably going to be going. One of the two, just simply the one that's been being used most. And then other than that, we're pretty good. We do got to get a bunch of 2-cycle oil. We got to get a couple new belts and stuff just to have on hand in case something breaks. It's easier just to fix it right then and there. But yeah, other than that, just some maintenance stuff. I set this trimmer out here. Need to take it back in. I tried to put the blade back on it, but for some reason, it's not going into the grooves right. I don't know if maybe it busted one of those little links in there. This stuff took a beating when we did that big trimming job where we cleared the whole fence out around that big commercial. So this stuff took an absolute beating. But so I'm going to take this one in. Probably going to take the grandstand in tomorrow in the Power Clear. And yeah, that'll give us a little more space in here for now until we order something new, which I guess you'll have to wait and see about that as well. So really just a nasty, nasty day overall here in Ohio. And from what I'm hearing, I keep getting alerts on my phone. Our rivers and stuff are up to, I think they said level 4 right now. So that's almost at cresting point. So they're saying severe flooding. And then we have a storm actually coming tonight where we're probably gonna have to go out really late and start salting. But everything that you see that's super wet right now, when it goes down to 20 degrees tonight, is gonna turn to ice. So yeah, we'll probably have an ice skating ring in the backyard. Nala's chasing the chickens around. She likes playing with them a little bit. Oh, they can't believe there's grass right now. What are you doing, Nala? You better leave the chickens alone. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Nothing too crazy, just almost just pretty much trapped in the garage in the house. So this is nasty stuff you don't want to be out in. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye.